Jazz is community. Music in general is community, you know?
Hi, welcome to SoundBites From Home, a visual podcast featuring students, faculty, and staff from the Department of Performing Arts at American University. I'm your host, Andrew Brown, and today's guest is Joshua Bayer, a bassist, composer, and the director of the American University Jazz Band.
Well, let's just talk about studio teaching.
All right.
The thing I like about it is one is the variety. I'm fortunate enough. One, you can teach improvisation on any instrument. I've had trumpet, sax, piano. So I do get to work with sax players and trumpet players, and I've had cellists, had a viola player in there once.
I didn't even know that you had like string players that could do improv. That's a very rare combination in the field.
Man, you can do improv with armpit noises. I had to turn down the cat who wanted to learn jazz bagpipes. I know nothing the bagpipes. Okay, so there's that.
That's an interesting combination.
Yeah. Hey, more power to the cat, man, you know?
So what do you like about teaching the AU Jazz Band?
Students are amazing. They're smart and they're motivated. They're there because they absolutely just want to do it. And it's great engaging with them. Directing a jazz band is a lot of fun. You know, I miss it. I used to do it quite a bit. I did it a lot right when I got out of high school and became a professional musician. I played a lot of big band. That was the Midwest. That was the 80s. You know, big band still kind of existed, you know. So, and there were some just dance bands and there were some show bands, and got to travel a bunch with some groups. And I kind of missed that. It can be a real powerful thing. So
No, it's a whole powerful thing to get like a bunch of people together in a jazz band style and really just go for it.
oh yeah, when it's ripping, it's something.
Talk about like some of the more I guess memorable moments or some like the great performances you've had as like a jazz band director.
Okay, Kennedy Center was great. That happened in my first or second year doing the band.
Nice.
We've played on the National Mall a bunch of times. One time, oh God, it was 4 or 5 years ago, maybe less, 3, 4. We were playing in front of the Museum of American History right on the mall. Mm-hmm. Loads of people, and the band had just come off of, you know, we rehearse once a week, and these kids do great. So with sectionals, you know, that we come in and do. Mm-hmm. But we had just come off a little stretch where we played 4 concerts in 9 days.
Oh, geez.
And that band sat down, and it was super windy. You couldn't see your charts. Everything was blowing around. But the sound people were just amazing. I've never heard sound like that. But the band was so tight. They sat down and just ripped through everything. I've never heard the band just more relaxed and focused and on point, despite these crazy conditions, to be playing so much. If you're playing a gig at AU, man, you know when it's coming. They've done it a zillion times. It's home. You know that you're cramming a big band into our tiny little auditorium. But when you go off campus, there's always a hecticness to it. You show up. One time we show up and there's no music stands. Drum set's gone. Technical issues, the wind, and that's part of the whole process. You got to learn how to tune it all out, adapt. Sometimes it hurts. Sometimes it hurts to watch.
But you got to do it one way or another.
Right. It's a but people do enjoy it. I mean, you're playing for an audience and you're keeping the genre alive. Sometimes that means you gotta work a little bit.
So if there was an AU student who really wanted to get interested in some improv work, what would you recommend as like first steps?
Shoot me an email.
All right. Josh Bayer is where it's at. Shoot him an email.